MaryKate Cary, our senior fellow for presidential studies at the University of Virginia's Miller Center, and Andrew Cohen, a columnist with Post Media News covering Washington and Ottawa. They are both with us. We couldn't have organized this or scheduled this any better. Andrew, I'll start with you. As a reporter, what does this ruling mean to you? Are you surprised at all that the judge sided with CNN?
What it means, Marcia, is that the President of the United States cannot arbitrarily pull the hard pass or the press pass of a reporter in the White House because the White House doesn't like what the reporter has to say. In this case, it was Jim Acosta. CNN took the White House to court. This is a first ruling. I don't know if the White House will appeal it. I do know that there's something beyond simply here the right of a journalist to do his job. I think CNN sees probably more ratings in this. I don't mean to sound too cynical, but there is a codependency, a co-relationship, so to speak, between CNN and Donald Trump. They both claim not to like each other, but I think both see something in this. Donald Trump appealing to his base and going after a journalist. He called him a terrible person, and they tried to seize his microphone during a White House news conference. And CNN, who does cover the president, of course, and I think likes the idea that they are getting a lot of credit for being the victim here. So I'm not entirely surprised the judge restored his pass. I think the question now is whether the White House will appeal this and how far it could go.
MaryKate, what are you watching for or expecting from either President Trump or the White House?
Oh, I think this is going to continue. This is, as Andrew said, this is an emergency ruling on a temporary restraining order. And then there's going to be a larger case for permanent relief where they go into the constitutionality of it. So I don't think anybody's surprised that the judge granted CNN's side in this. But Andrew's absolutely right. CNN and Donald Trump, specifically Jim Acosta and Donald Trump, are two sides of the same coin. And they both need each other. CNN's ratings are in the basement. And this has certainly drawn lots of attention to CNN. And I think they know exactly what they're doing. And they both need each other very much. And this will continue for quite a while. It's good for, in the president's mind, it's good for his brand as a fighter. And CNN thinks it's good for their brand. I would argue that I don't think it's good for CNN's brand. I think CNN has really lost a lot of its reputation over the years. And I think this is furthering their downfall. But that's just me.
Andrew, you want to respond?
I didn't know CNN's ratings were bad.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
I thought that the theater that we see every day has been good for all the cable news channels. I do know it has been good for MSNBC and Rachel Maddow particularly, and it's been good for Fox. I thought CNN's ratings had come up, but however, if that's so, if that is so, okay.
Yeah, I looked up
they're obviously looking
ratings,
for
third quarter ratings right now for 2018. CNN's about a third of Fox and MSNBC. So
okay.
Well, third, yeah.
If that's so, they may see a confrontation with the president like this as great theater.
Yeah.
Certainly that news conference was, and the poor intern who had to grab the microphone from Jim Acosta was something of a victim too here. But if that is so, perhaps CNN does see something of a crowd pleaser here. But as MaryKate says, Marcia, this will go on, and there are larger questions here. I mean, let's not get caught up in the entertainment here. There are larger questions of a right, and the most honorable thing, the right of a journalist to do his or her job here. And the president says, you're a terrible person, and you can't. There's something not right with that.
Right. Because